Hello everyone, welcome to our TLE 8 class, Quarter 1 Week 7. Today, we are going to 1. Explain the different stages involved in the production phase, 2. Differentiate between various types of shots, 3. Demonstrate problem-solving skills during unexpected situations on set, 4. Identify the key elements of post-production, 5. Utilize basic editing software functionalities, 6. Integrate the different key elements in editing videos. All right class, can anyone make a recap of the previous lesson? Now you will going to film all the scenes as planned in pre-production. The class must work together to set up the shots, direct the actors, and capture all the footage needed. It's like putting all the puzzle pieces together. The production phase in filmmaking is the thrilling stage where your meticulously planned script and pre-production efforts transform into raw footage. The production stage, also known as principal photography, is when all the actual shooting and recording happens. This is where the story comes alive on screen, one screen at a time. It is the most exciting part of the filmmaking process. This is when the cameras roll and the footage is captured. Here are the key elements during production phase. 1. Proper setup involves preparing the shooting environment, actors, props, and equipment before filming begins. This ensures a smooth workflow and minimizes disruptions during filming. 2. Type of camera shots refers to how much of the subject is framed within the camera. Camera shots determine how much of the environment surrounding the subject is included in the shot. Different shot sizes convey different emotions and information. 3. Camera angles refer to the position of the camera in relation to the subject. Camera shots and camera angle are two distinct tools that filmmakers use to create a visual interest and convey meaning in their films. Camera shots determine how much of the subject and their environment is visible, while camera angles influence the viewer's perspective and perception of the scene. 4. Camera movement. Understanding the effects of the different types of camera movements in film is essential for every filmmaker to understand. It not only makes them better cinematographer or directors, but better storytellers. Using the right movement that best serves your story will help you make each shot as effective as possible. 5. Lighting. Not all types of lighting are created equally. Light comes in a wide variety of forms, packages, and sources. All types of lighting fall under one of two categories: natural and artificial. 6. Sound effects. These were used as comic relief or to signify an action happening off-screen. Sound design has become a powerful tool. Sound plays a big role as the visual elements in film. It is a tool to immerse the audience in cinematic experience or bring a fantastical creature to life or ramp up the tension in a scene. Sound effects can impact an audience's emotions just as powerful as an actor's performance, a beautiful shot, or a dramatic scene. Now students will perform this activity. Title: Mastering Scene Setup and Filming Techniques. Objective: to practice setting up equipment and capturing different types of shots. To practice using different camera angles, movements, lighting setups, and sound recording techniques. 1. Scenario provision. The scene description: the unexpected reunion. Context: the setting is a bustling city park during a sunny afternoon. Families are enjoying picnics, children are playing, and joggers pass by. In one corner of the park, a small wooden bench sits under a flowering tree, providing a serene backdrop for a heartfelt moment. Key actions to capture. 1. Opening shot. Begin with a wide shot of the park, showing the vibrant energy of the day. Slowly zoom in to focus on the bench beneath the tree. 2. Character introduction. Capture two characters entering from opposite sides of the park. Character A. A young woman, casually dressed, walks with a slightly anxious expression, glancing around. Character B. A young man, in a simple t-shirt and jeans, approaches from the other side, looking contemplative. 3. The meeting. As they come closer, capture the moment their eyes meet. Use a medium close-up to show the surprise and recognition on their faces. 4. Emotion exchange. Film a series of close-ups on their facial expressions as they process the unexpected meeting, surprise, joy, and a hint of nostalgia. 5. Dialogue. Capture their conversation with a shot reverse shot. Character A expresses disbelief at seeing character B after so many years, while character B shares a lighthearted remark about their old friendship. 6. Closing moment. Highlight a warm embrace as they reconnect, followed by a wider shot of them sitting on the bench, laughing and reminiscing, with the park's serene environment surrounding them. This scene should convey a sense of reunion, warmth, and the passage of time. End scene. Fade out on the two friends chatting and laughing, blending their dialogue with the ambient sounds of the park to create an uplifting atmosphere. To proceed with our activity. 2. Setup. Set up the camera, tripod, and other necessary equipment such as microphones and lights. 3. Each group should understand the proper setup to achieve high-quality footage and sound. 4. Demonstrate how to capture different types of shots, including close-up, medium shot, and long shot. 5. Explain the purpose of each shot type in storytelling. 6. Practice capturing these shots with the understanding of framing and composition. 7. Demonstrate various camera angles such as high angle, low angle, and eye level. 8. Show different camera movements including pan, tilt, zoom, and dolly. 9. Explain how these angles and movements can influence the viewer's perception and add dynamism to the scene. 10. Practice using these angles and movements during filming. 11. Demonstrate different lighting setups, including three-point lighting and natural lighting. 12. Explain the importance of lighting in enhancing the visual quality and mood of the scene. 13. Practice setting up lights for your scene, experimenting with different lighting techniques. 14. Demonstrate the use of different microphones such as lavalier, shotgun, and handheld. 15. Explain the importance of clear and high-quality sound in video production. 16. Practice recording sound using different microphones. Know the proper microphone placement and settings. For post-production phase, storage, picture editing, sound editing, scoring, sound mixing, visual effects, color grading, titles and credits, distribution, and trailer. There are so many people or talents involved in post-production, and trusting each other matters more in post than any other time in the filmmaking process. Post-production is the final step. Post-production involves editing. In post-production, all tasks associated with cutting raw footage, assembling that footage, adding music, dubbing, sound effects, are just some of the many works. Post-production process is highly collaborative, across a few months to even a year, depending on the size and need of the project. This is the post-production workflow. 1. Provide reliable storage. Make sure you have reliable storage to house all the footage you spent hours shooting. 2. Picture editing. The most important of all, picture editing. The first draft of the film is called rough cut, and the final version will be called the answer print, and when the maker is happy with the visuals, they then lock the picture. Then the sound editing can begin. 3. Sound editing. Once the picture is locked, it is time for sound editing. Assembling the audio tracks of your film, cutting dialogue tracks, removing unwanted noise and even enhancing your movie with sound effects. 4. Secure music or scoring. It is working with the composer to have an original soundtrack for your film rather than the headache of licensing other people's music. Some would hire a musician to create an original score. 5. Sound mixing. Now that you have your music, sound effects, and re-recorded dialogue, it is time to start layering each track on top of each other, mixing. Sound mixers will adjust all of the volume levels, eliminate anything too distracting, basically making sure everything sounds just right. 6. Visual effects or adding VFX. Visual effects may be achieved through using computer-generated imagery or CGI, to create visuals impossible to capture on set. Example, it is too dangerous to film an explosion in real life so a CGI can do the work. 7. Color correction or color grading. It may be done before the VFX but sometimes it is done after. As long as the picture is locked, a colorist can go in and digitally alter the shots. They lighten frames to adjust hues for continuity as well as to reflect the scene tone. 8. Titles, credits, and graphics. Editors can create title cards, credits and any graphics necessary and add them in the film. 9. Gather distribution materials. Distribution stage is where your film shall be distributed by advertising your film, campaign image or poster, and many others. 10. Make a trailer. A trailer can be 1 to 2 minutes. And now for our guided practice. Title: Comprehensive Video Production and Editing. Objective: to practice organizing video files and performing basic picture and sound editing, and practice scoring, sound mixing, adding visual effects, color grading, creating titles and credits, and making a trailer. When you first open DaVinci Resolve, you'll see the Project Manager. Here, you can create, open, or manage your projects. Let's click on New Project to start. And name this project as, for example, TLE8. Practice. And click Create. Now that we're in the edit page, let's go over the main sections. In the center is the timeline, where you'll arrange your clips and edit your video. On the left, we have the media pool where all your imported clips and assets are displayed. This is where you'll organize the files you want to use. At the bottom, you have the timeline controls which help you navigate and control the playback of your timeline. To the right, we have the inspector here, which allow us to view and edit detailed properties and settings for selected clips, nodes or elements in your project. DaVinci Resolve also has several other pages. 1. The media page for importing and organizing media files. 2. The cut page for quick editing. 3. The edit page where you'll do most of your video editing. 4. The Fusion page where you create complex visual effects, motion graphics, and composting. 5. The Color page for color grading your footage. 4. The Fairlight page for audio editing. And 5. The Deliver page for exporting your finished video. To import media, we'll go to the Media page. Here you can import video, audio, and image files. Now let's find media to import here. Right-click in the Media Pool area and select Import Media. Or Add into Media Pool. So just change the project frame rate. Now, let's switch back to the Edit page. To add a clip to the timeline, drag and drop your desired video from the media pool onto the timeline. Now, let's cut some clips. Select the blade tool or press B on your keyboard, then click on the timeline where you want to cut. To go back to the selection tool, press A, or click this arrow here. You can also trim the edges of your clips by hovering over the end of the clip until you see a bracket icon. Click and drag to resize. Next, let's add some transitions. Go to the Effects library on the left, and find the Transition section. Drag your desired transition and drop it between clips on the timeline. Adjust the duration by clicking and dragging the sides of the transition. To add text, go back to the Effects library and find Titles. Drag a text title to the timeline above your clip. Select the text clip, and in the Inspector panel, top right, you can customize the text, font, size, and position. Finally, it's time to export your finished video. Click on the Deliver page at the bottom. Choose your render settings. You can select a preset or customize your own. Once happy, click Add to Render Queue, then Start Render. And that's it. You've just edited a basic video in DaVinci Resolve. Don't forget to save your project frequently. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next. Happy editing, and see you in the next video.